Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, November 26, 2021. Welcome to another eBay video. Today we're going to talk about an update to the false item not as described case that I talked to you guys about last week. We're also going to talk about some possible loopholes and changes in eBay regulations, and of course your comments, questions, and concerns from last week's video. I would like to congratulate everybody for making it through yesterday. Thankfully it's over and we're safe for another year. We're going to start with your comments, questions, and concerns. And the first one is from Mercedes Lux, and it pertains to current problems at eBay. Here are the Debbie Downers: scammers, item specifics, newer generations, pandemic, new store layouts, untrained eBay representatives, seller protections, huge decline, zero buyers, loopholes galore, glitches are the norm, feedback, delivery services, managed payments, chargebacks, non-existing binding contracts, hence cancellation requests, false cases filed, and I'm sure I've left out many other issues. Makes you wonder, what exactly do the heads of eBay in San Jose, California do all day long? All the Things wrote a very interesting story about a possible scammer that they ran into. So listen to this. I had my first payment dispute. Item was delivered to a person on November 1st. eBay states they opened a claim with their credit card company as not recognizing the charge. I checked and this buyer does sell on eBay. He never leaves feedback to anyone unless it's a big red negative to a seller. There are other sellers that left him a positive rating, but with a negative comment claiming their funds were on hold for the same thing of a payment dispute. What is this guy up to? The item was a $60 coat purchased 25 days ago. Surely he knows how to recognize an eBay purchase on his credit card statement. The USPS tracking is strange on this item. Post office shows item was out for delivery and then shows the item was delivered to an individual. Never seen this before on a tracking report. I, of course, disputed the claim and I'm waiting on the next message from eBay. All right, there are several warning signs with the person that All the Things was just talking about. Number one is this person only leaves negative feedback. And number two is that this person has opened payment disputes several times in the past. Remember on a previous video I said anybody that opens numerous payment disputes should be heavily investigated by eBay and possibly have their account locked up. That would come into play with this person. All the Things, I'm going to ask you one thing, because there's one thing you didn't do and I really wish you would have. Would you tell us the name of the individual, the eBay user ID, number one, so the good sellers watching this video can block this guy? Because you said he only leaves negative feedback for sellers. And number two, he likes to claim chargebacks on innocent sellers when the tracking shows that he's received their items. So I think you'd be doing a service to the community if you told us who this person was. Chris Tiger wrote about a message he gets from eBay on items that he does not accept returns on. And he says, "This is so discriminatory of eBay. We encourage you to accept a return. Consider accepting a return to give the buyer a great experience. But you can decline the return if you have to." Chris Tiger, I've received that same message. And you know what? It's not there, okay? If I'm not accepting a return on an item, I'm not accepting a return, period. I'm very forthright. Not only does it say no returns, but I have it in the description. All sales will be final. So, Chris, tell us how that worked out for you. All right? I sure hope you declined it, because fair is fair and right is right. Daniel Scales wrote in about deductions. Joe, keep in mind when you deduct any amount, you will lose on the eBay fees. When a deduction is made, that fee is not refunded. So when I make a deduction, I deduct an extra 13% to an account for eBay fees, to account for eBay fees. That is something I keep forgetting, and Daniel Scales is correct. eBay will not give you your final value fees back when you claim a deduction, when somebody returns something to you that's not in the same condition or where there's some kind of a problem. I just encountered this scenario the other day, but let me read the rest of the comments and then we'll get back to that. Ryan Glazer wrote a comment about selling on eBay versus selling on Amazon. eBay's standards are very lenient compared to the river. Even the facts of getting a message from a buyer post-order screws your POP, perfect order percentage metric. They want quiet orders with zero noise and no back and forth. I don't doubt what Ryan is saying is true. And let me tell you something. The messages I get on eBay are just over the top crazy. Not just before, but after the sale. I had a funny one. I didn't get a chance to tell you this the other day, but this happened last week. A guy wrote to me, question for seller, with a totally legitimate question on an item that I was selling. And he said, are these for a 14-inch wheel or are they for a 15-inch wheel? I need them for a 15-inch wheel. So I wrote back to him and said, yes, these are indeed for 15-inch wheels. He then made the purchase. I shipped the items to him the very next day. Upon getting the items, he immediately opens a return request. Wrong size, doesn't fit. I need these for a 14-inch wheel. Bang. True story. Denver Flipper wrote, eBay is more scared of losing lousy, lying buyers than losing sellers that have proven they have a great reputation. Sounds legit. ACDC for Life wrote, I blame it on Brandon. And the reason why I'm reading that comment is because 10 people liked it, and maybe I'm missing something here, but would anybody comment and tell me who Brandon is? Because I'm missing that. Jim Ray wrote with a question, how do you do a store-wide sale? Jim, what I do is I start in Seller Hub, and then I go to the promotions tab, and I start a promotion, and I choose the very last choice, which is markdown percentage off. So I do a store-wide sale at 5% off, and eBay gives you a choice whether you want to include all your inventory or just certain items. As you go along from screen to screen, they'll give you a choice. But I think years ago I made a tutorial about how to do that. But if you or anybody else need me to make a new tutorial, comment and I will do it. The last comment I'm going to read is from Smith John, and it has to do with the New York City exploration video I made. I always enjoy your urban explorations. Thank you. Please never stop. P.S. Please do a special video on the Son of Sam. I wonder what your memories and thoughts are. You're an excellent storyteller. You shouldn't miss a chance like this, or rather you shouldn't let us miss a chance like this. You can illustrate the video with childhood photographs, for example, or you could use new pictures of the scene shot by yourself. Either way, don't let us without a video. Question to everybody. I know you guys are mainly my eBay subscribers, but would you like me to do a Son of Sam video from my own perspective, yes or no? I don't have any pictures from 1976 or 1977. I was young back then, and of course there was no such thing as digital cameras. So I have no true Son of Sam pictures. I'd either have to go to the scene, to the scenes, many of them, like I did in that one video, the exploration video. That would be a lot of work on my time. Or perhaps I could Google the locations and then work off those. But it would be a lot of work to do a Son of Sam video. And before I go and do it, I want to make sure most people agree with Smith John and would like me to do it. So comment below on that. Okay, new topics. I want to start out with an update as the false case that was opened against me last week. I sold a person a bracket. A bracket is a three-pronged item that bolts to your wheel when you have wire wheels. And it actually keeps the wire wheel in place. And they're in demand, but there's many, many different types and sizes, and I always describe them accurately. You know that I do. So last week, a person purchased one for $20 plus $7.75 shipping with the post office. He gets the item, and this is the person I told you had the balls of steel to contact me last Saturday night at 8 o'clock saying it's the wrong size, it doesn't fit. He's also the same person that had the even bigger balls of steel to open a return request while I'm eating breakfast Sunday morning. In the return request, instead of saying wrong size doesn't fit, like he did in the contact message, he lied like a rug and he said the item was defective. The item wasn't defective. He bought the wrong size. But nonetheless, okay, he sends the item back to me, and I got the item back Wednesday. Okay? So, as you guys know, and this is a glitch. I got to tell you about this before we even continue. When he filed the return request, and it shouldn't be return request, it should be return demand. When he filed it, eBay sent me a message saying he had till December 14th to send the item back to me. And we're still in November, for Christ's sake. So that seemed unusually long, considering the pandemic is over. And it's been posted on the Facebook groups that is a glitch, that the buyer has only 1 week to send it back. But again, please, this is just what I've heard on the Facebook groups, that it's a glitch. But anyway, the buyer actually sent the item back in a timely manner, and I got it on Wednesday. And as soon as I got it, within less than 1 hour, I get an alert. Please give the buyer his money back right now, this second, because if you don't, we'll do it in 2 or 3 days. Double standard? Anyway, I said, let me give this guy his money back. So now keep in mind, he's already costing me the return shipping back because he lied like a rug. It's not defective. He bought the wrong size. So when I went to give him the money back, the item was $20, which I have to give him that back. The original shipping was checked off, meaning I'm not going to give him the original shipping back. Okay? Right? Now, I do have the power, and you have the power to toggle it over and turn it on. But that's not happening. No way. So I said to myself, he cost me the return shipping back, which is going to be another $7.75. Should I deduct it? Because it does give me the option for deductions, okay? And I said, let me think how this works. I said, if I remember correctly, if I deduct it, he has to approve the amount, I think. If I don't deduct it, he doesn't have to approve the amount. I think it's automatically going to go through. So I said, I probably should deduct the original shipping because I sense this guy is a prick of pricks. All right? Now, you all know what a prick is. I'm sorry to be a little bit vile here or vulgar, but sometimes I have to be to get the point across. You have your pricks, and then you have your prick of pricks. Well, this guy's a prick of a prick, and I can spot him. So I said, I'm going to give him back the $20 for the item and see what happens. I did that. I swear on my life, it was only a matter of minutes before he opened another case with eBay against me because he wasn't happy that he didn't get his original shipping back, the $7.75. I kind of thought he was going to do it, but even I never thought he'd do it within minutes. But okay, so now I get a thing from eBay, another message that says, a case has been opened against you. Now, any of you guys know that when a good seller gets an email that says a case has been opened and it's been escalated to eBay, because that's what it was escalated, you're going to be uncomfortable with it, and rightly so. So immediately I pressed the call me back feature from the help screen, and it said estimated wait time 2 minutes. I waited 10 seconds and eBay called me right back. I got a nice guy in the USA, representative, explained the situation. He said, Joseph, you have nothing to worry about. You've done nothing wrong, and this will not count against you. He said, I understand that the verbiage on these messages is very unfortunate, and it's causing sellers undue consternation. So I do feel for you on this, but you don't worry. It's not going to count as a defect. You have nothing to worry about. And this guy is going to get his $7.75 back, but it's going to come out of eBay's pocket, not out of your pocket. I said, well, that's fine, but there's two problems here. Number one, he filed a false item defective case. I said, look at the messages. You can clearly see he bought the wrong size. I said, I don't mind giving him the $20 back, but he should man up and not file a false case. And he said to me, Joseph, I totally agree with you, but what you have to do is you have to click that report a buyer tab. He says, if numerous people, he didn't give me an exact amount, he goes, but if several sellers click on the same individual, report the buyer that he opened a false case, he said, eBay will investigate. Now, will they investigate? I don't know. But I urge you guys to click the Report a Buyer tab to anybody who opens a false case against you. I went a little further. I said, my next question is, can this guy leave me negative feedback? He said, technically he can. But the way we have it set up, if he tries to leave you negative feedback, he's going to find it a little difficult, because a case was opened, to find the feedback option to leave you negative feedback. He'll have to do a little digging. But if in fact he does do the digging and leaves you negative feedback, just give us a call and we'll remove it because you've done nothing wrong. I can see from this transaction, it's total buyer remorse. So it's very interesting. And what's the word I'm looking for? I have mixed feelings on this. The good news is, according to the representative, eBay will have our back. And it's been my experience this last year in 2021 that once I do call concierge, they do have my back. I've been very successful, knock wood. Negative. It sucks that it's almost 2022 and buyers can still find these loopholes and get away with them. Like I said in last week's video, I think anytime a case is opened, the seller should have the opportunity either to roll with it, give the buyer back his money and shipping, or to ask eBay to step in. Now, if that option was available and I had encountered it, yes, I would have clicked ask eBay to step in. They would have stepped in. They would have seen I did nothing wrong. And then, in my little idea, they would have assessed the buyer a $20 fee. But they will never do that. No, listen to me. Don't make me yell. I swear to God, don't make me yell. They will never do it, not because of the amount it would cost eBay, because it wouldn't. They'd have to pay representatives to man the phones and handle all that. But every single case would be a $20 windfall to eBay, whether paid by the buyer or the seller. So don't say it's the money, because it ain't. I believe they don't want to offend bad buyers. Like somebody wrote in here. Hold on, I'm going to get this guy's name again because it's important. Denver Flipperer. He was right. It really seems that they don't want to lose bad buyers. Guys, if a bad buyer screws you, he's going to screw others too. He's going to keep getting away with it like the schoolyard bully until you stand up and fight. All right? Okay. Next topic I want to talk about may surprise you. And I don't believe this is a glitch. Do you know that if you sell something right now on eBay to somebody, let's say you sell it for $50 plus shipping. Bang, the guy pays you. Immediately, eBay shows him somebody else's item cheaper than yours, $35 plus shipping. The buyer clicks cancel, all right? Through no fault of yours, you've done nothing wrong, all right? Do you know that even if you do cancel a transaction, that buyer can leave you feedback? It's the truth. You heard it here. You heard it from crazy New York driver. It happened to me the other day. At first, I thought it was a glitch, but I remember in the last update when I was reading it, one of the criteria that was listed that says buyers can now leave feedback on canceled transactions. I'm not talking about if you cancel a transaction because you're out of stock. That's your fault, all right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking when eBay shows the person your competition's item's cheaper, the person doesn't want your item now. You're too expensive. They want to cancel it and move to somebody else. They can leave you feedback, and it happened to me this week, just the other day. It was a positive too. Something like items as described. And when I looked at the feedback, I saw the item. I said, how am I getting positive feedback when I have this item in the warehouse? I saw it 2 days ago. And I remembered this guy bought an item from me for $100 plus shipping. And within seconds, eBay showed him the same item from another seller, much cheaper. Let's just say it was $60. He bought the other item. So I said to myself, in this case, I told you about this last month. Those of you guys who really pay attention will remember this. I said, this was one of the few times I actually agreed to cancel a transaction. However, if you remember, I made him wait the full 3 days as punishment. Do you remember me talking about this? Well, that's what happened, and this is the dude. So he left me positive feedback. He's not getting anything from me because he didn't buy anything from me. But I personally don't think buyers should be able to leave feedback when they, the buyers, initiate the cancellations. That's one thing about these no-cut videos, guys. Any bloopers I say are coming out and they're staying. So yeah, I think that's long enough for now. Guys, I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Every Friday night I make these videos to help you try and stay successful on eBay as a seller. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I did a good job, tell me in the comments section what you want me to talk about, and I'll be more than happy to try and do it next week. Remember, I'm a seller friend, not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind. I've solved a lot of problems. I'm still making money online. I've never worn a mask on any of my videos, and I never will. I've never distorted my voice because I feel it's dishonest and unscrupulous. So yeah, heck, I'm a CEO and a CFO of my own company. That being said, guys, go out there, make a ton of money on eBay, rock on, and peace! Before I start the epilogue, if I may, I'll take a drink from the ceremonial Fox News Cup of Life. This is the ceremonial Fox News Cup of Life. Happy is he who drinks from it. Sales this week were pretty good, but I'd like to know how you guys did specifically yesterday, the holiday. Holidays are the kiss of death for me. One of the many reasons I have such disdain for them. Sales are either zero or close to zero. I believe I made 2 sales yesterday. 2 sales. But hey, 2 is better than 0, so I'm happy with that. Anyway, I guess that's it. Comments, please. Please address any of the topics that I've touched on or some of your own topics that I haven't touched on. Thanks for watching. Make a crap load of money this week, and always remember, don't be bitchy!